Avio's Journey and Fiverr Friday. It is great to have you. My name is Anthony Pica. This show is all about helping the new and upcoming voiceover artists grow their business and sidestep all of the crazy things that I seem to step on. It is wonderful to be coming to you live. It's Friday, and I have to tell you, I am overjoyed, over the moon. We've got so many incredible things going on at Avio's Journey Elite Academy and Academy Voices. I'm just absolutely through the moon. We just got our first job, came through Academy Voices, which is fantastic. I mean, we actually have had multiple leads now, and those are still in the works, but our first one has actually come through, and I'm through the moon excited to bring one of our voice actors in the Academy got the job, and just absolutely thrilled for that, and so excited. I don't know, it's one thing to get, I think, voiceover work for yourself, and it's another thing to get voiceover work for other voice actors. It's just super cool. So, but anyways, so I'm really excited about that. And of course, if you're interested in being a part of Academy Voices or Avio's Journey Elite Academy, you know what I mean, check out the Eric, you hate filling out forms. The Academy members are filling out forms in order to get their stuff up on the Academy Voices. But anyways, check out the link below. We're offering 50% off the first month to give us a try, and love to have you. So, but I'm interested today in talking about yes, build it and they will come. Absolutely. Make sure, by the way, if you are just coming in or you're new here or whatever, please put your name in the chat and where you're from so I can say hello. And if you have any questions or anything about Fiverr or voiceover or Academy Voices, our new agency, online roster and everything, please go ahead and post it in the chat. But I want to talk about, I think, an important topic today on Fiverr that I think a lot of us question, and I do get this a lot, is how often should I update my gigs to get work, and do I need to update my gigs on a regular basis? And does that help? Okay. So yes, and yes. All of those are yeses. And what I want to do today is I want to talk to you about how often I believe you should update your work. And of course, this is Fiverr Friday. We're talking about Fiverr, but this is really overall in general. I have found the internet now, the importance of updating your content. And I think that's something to be said, right? Because in general, if you think about it, for example, I post videos on YouTube, and I've spoken to so many different voice actors who are like, sorry, my dog is barking at somebody. Somebody's here on my property. Anyways, sorry for the dog. But what I was saying is like, Google really, so YouTube, so I have a lot of voice actors who are like, hey, I love your videos, but like, I think, I don't look at anything past 6 months ago. All right. And, I'm like, there's so many good videos past 6 months ago, but I realized that because of how fast things are, oh goodness, Cricket, come here, Cricket. This is my dog, Cricket. It's okay. And that's Banjo. It's okay, guys. Goodness gracious. Any hoosers. So, the people are kind of like, hey, we don't have time. We don't want to see any videos past 6 months ago because, things are changing so fast. And that's true. And I think Google, in turn, Fiverr has built all of that into their algorithms and things. You need to update, refresh all of your stuff, and your gigs. So on Fiverr, for example, first off, your demos. Okay, I'm a big believer, and this is hard though because I'm kind of like one of those people who, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So like if I'm getting work on my voiceover, my voiceover gigs, I don't want to, take them off and put on new ones and fear that I might not be getting as much work because people really like the demos, So, but the reality is we should be updating every 3 to 6 months. And a big reason for that is because, times change, right? Times change, especially the last 2 years. We have been through so much that, just a year or two ago, the types of voiceovers that people were looking for are very different than the ones they're looking for now. I mean, the acting styles, right? I mean, I remember, right around in COVID, in 2020, people were really looking for, this serious, not depressed, but kind of sullen, just more contemplative, cautious, these things like this, and almost a little bit of sadness, but now, people really want a lot different. They want things that are more upbeat. Things are not going to be, like that. And if you have demos left over from that time that you've not updated since new ones, that can cause, I think, some people to say, well, we're not looking for that style right now. So it is really important that you update those things as well. So you definitely need to be updating your headshots. I see this a lot. It's just funny dealing with Academy Voices now and getting new headshots from voice actors and getting them up on the roster and everything. And there's a lot of some people have some amazing headshots, and then some people just kind of, I think they've maybe told themselves, I just don't want to do that right now. It could be a money thing, and that's totally understandable because headshots can be expensive. But I do think that you need current headshots, and you should take it seriously. Okay, because I always say, even though the client or the people who end up hearing our voiceovers, they'll never see us, they'll never know our voice, but the people who hire us, they want to know our names. They want to see our pictures. They want to see something, okay? Because in their minds, they're hiring you to either, be the spokesperson for their brand or their message or something, and they want to know who it is. So I think that's really important to take in consideration as well as, who, are you updating your pictures? Do you have something from 30 years ago or 20 years ago or 15 years ago? Do you have an updated picture? Okay. I think that's an important thing. You should have an updated picture. My dogs are really having a crazy time today. Somebody, I think in one of the other videos say they asked for more dogs. Well, you're getting the dogs. Okay. Anyway, so that's the one thing. Now, your gigs themselves, it is even a refresh in, getting onto your gigs, changing up some of the wording, adding a little bit of content, taking away some, putting some different things in is very helpful. Adding some new, FAQs, switching some of the wording, changing some of your stuff. I think it's so important for you to update your gigs. And the time frame that I think you should stick to should be 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, 2 to 3 weeks, you should be getting in there and refreshing and updating, copy and things like that. When it comes to your demos and headshots, I think, 3 to 6 months max. All right, with the things, how times are changing now and things are happening, people want up-to-date information. And it's important to refresh. Now, if you have a website, if you have other sites as well that you're on, it's the same thing. I mean, this is a nonstop thing that we have to do to stay relevant, because you think about it, we're the voice, we are the voices of what's happening now. You know what I mean? The information that it's going out. So we need to stay up to date about things that are happening. And I was having a conversation earlier with one of, the people that I work with, and she was telling me about magazines and how, that's becoming a bigger thing, right? People narrating magazines, and they're taking the articles and the everything online to magazines. So I think that that's something. Oh my goodness, would you guys seriously, guys? They're fighting over a little pink flamingo. I don't know if you see this. Stop for the pink flamingo fighting. Have to take the pink flamingo away from them. The things that really matter in our lives, the dogs fighting over the pink flamingo. That's something that matters. Anyways, I was just saying that, everything digital wise, voiceover wise is happening now. And I think we need to make sure that we are constantly updating what we are doing. So anyways, I hope that, just gives you an idea that yes, you should be continuously adding, you should be continuously updating, putting out more things. I talked about this before about the consistency of it. I think the video I posted yesterday, yes, pink flamingos matter most. Yes, it does. And tinsel balls. You've got to take action consistently over and over and over again. I mean, how many times have we heard people say, I was successful because I didn't quit. I kept going. I kept putting stuff out there. Same thing with me. I mean, I always felt like that. I always felt if I put enough videos out there, you guys are finally going to know I exist. I might bug the snot out of you until you're like, God, I don't know. I might as well just listen to the guy. He won't shut up. But those are the kinds of things. I mean, you do what you have to do, but you keep putting stuff out there. You keep updating. You keep growing your portfolio, your footprint online. Okay. Anyway, so I'm interested to hear from you guys. So go ahead, put your name, where you're from in the chat. Any questions, comments you have, whether it's about Fiverr, it's about Academy Voices. By the way, people coming in, just so you haven't heard, we got our first job today, went through Academy Voices, so I'm really excited about that. Thrilled to I'm thrilled beyond the moon that we actually brought work to voice actors, and we've had a couple. This is our second lead we had today, but the job actually went through, so that's really exciting. We've only been up for about a week, so really thrilled about that. So we got Eric up here. His name is Flyer here. I know who he is. Anthony, hey, filling out for us, but we talked about that. You'll get the form to me this weekend. Facebook user says, build it and they will come. Yes. So remember, put in your name on the face, because whatever reason, Facebook doesn't share the names or whatever, who it is that's on there. I don't know why. But Beth says, Beth from Rochester. Hey, Beth, it's great to have you from LinkedIn. Good to see you. Let's see. This is Peter from Southern California. Hi, Peter. Good to have you. Hope weather is good out there. It is getting cold around here, and I know some people up north, it's been snowing. There was a bunch of different snowstorms going on. Let's see. Michael says, Mike's from Florida, traveling from Atlanta now. Cool. I have 5 dogs. God bless you. God bless you. I love them. I mean, they love to, my dogs, they're so loving. They snuggle. They're so full of excitement and joy, but man, they can be a pain in the patukas as well. So let's see. Hiker lady, totally new. Terry from Arizona. Hey, Terry. Signing up for classes week of 19th as I have 2 weeks off. My son thinks you're legit from your Pokemon movie trailer. That's awesome, Terry. Love to have you, and I can't wait to have you in the Academy. Let's see. Michael, let's see. My booth construction is taking the dogs into consideration. 3 layers of dry. So that's true. I mean, I will say, Michael, with my booth, I was kind of like, I'm home during the day. There's not going to be any issues. There's no real noise because I'm in the, I've got about 12 acres of land, so I don't really have a lot of noise around me. But the dogs, it does not stop the dogs barking. So that is definitely something to take in consideration. And then the layers of drywall, remember, keep a little bit of space in between them. Right, and that'll even help deaden the sound even more. Joy West, what's up, Joy? Hi, Anthony. Joy from Michigan. Oh my goodness, I bet it's snowing like crazy up there. I'm a newbie. I'm doing gigs, but I don't have an organized website up yet. I'm looking for a plan to do that next year. That's awesome. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I more and more I think people are getting tired too of. Anything robotic, a lot of people are getting tired of that. I mean, I'm tired. I don't want to message someone and get a robotic response. Now, even though Fiverr is offering that to send like a quick response, by the way, don't fall, just on a side note, don't fall to that. So Fiverr's released this thing where they're doing, where you can set up a quick response that when someone messages you, it automatically responds. Now, I would be all for this if Fiverr counted it as a response, but they don't. You still have to respond physically in order for them to count it as a response within the hour. So I'm not quite sure I understand what they're doing, but I think because that's kind of cheat. To me, that's cheating, because that means that they're the client will be happy, but they're still going to make you pay and suffer for not being able to to put it. But anyways, there's good things and there's bad things. All right, so let's see. Edge says, Peter, that's right. What is a good amount of impressions and clicks to shoot for on Fiverr? So I always think, from between the 2 to 4% range. I usually look at between 25 to 35 clicks get you a job. Okay, that's a pretty good bank, and I always think that, to get 30 clicks, you're looking about 750 to 1,000 impressions. If you think between this 2 to 4%, you should be looking at. Now, you might have some skewed numbers, like you might have 10, 15, 20%. That's wonderful. But I find that as you climb the ladder and you do this more, those percentages are pretty, which, by the way, it's an interesting thing because, if you think about it in general, how many clicks, how many impressions do you need anywhere in order to get a lead or to get a job, a potential job, or to get someone to contact you, right? So these are things that, I find that on Fiverr, and we know this because of the Seller Plus program and their rankings of, the highest people, the highest percentages and lowest percentages, and then the percentile that they rank you in, we can deduct that, 2 to 4%, 2 on the low end, 4% on the high end, of course, is going to be a really good ratio for like clicks to impressions, jobs to clicks. Okay. So let's see. Dale says, "Hey Anthony, good to see you. Good to see you too, Dale." Neil, what's up, Neil? Pink, yeah, that's right. Pink flamingos, absolutely. Dale says, "Woohoo!" Let's see. Michelle says, "Hi, Michelle. I live in Redding, California. Awesome. And I'm just starting out in VO work. Your videos have been so helpful. Thank you, Michelle. I'm so glad that has helped you out." Let's see. Neil says, "Fiverr and me are just not friends." Shreveport attendance. I'm not sure. Is that where maybe you're from, Shreveport? I've never heard of Shreveport, unless I'm totally missing something. But no, I understand. And I think I've worked with so many people on Fiverr and just voice actors now in general and coaching, and it's not for everybody. I get a lot. I get a lot of work from Fiverr. I will admit, and I think Fiverr is bringing a lot of work to a lot of people, but some people just don't. It's not their thing, and that's okay too. Check out Academy Voices. Let's see. Flyer Eric says, "I have all new headshots for my website. Nice. And was going to use them on Fiverr also. Do you think headshots are good for at least a year?" Yeah, absolutely. I think they're most definitely good for a year. Most definitely good for a year. Absolutely. And sometimes, they might be a year or two, depending on, how good they are. But, eventually, as we get older and we change, I just like up-to-date things. Let's see. Dale says, "Topeka, Kansas. Awesome. Repping for the 785. I got you. Let's see. Dawn says, "Happy Friday, Anthony. I appreciate your videos." Thank you, Dawn. I appreciate you. Let's see. Brian says, "Right now I'm at 20, 30 impressions with about 1 to 2 clicks." Oh, it's Peter. I'm sorry. Why did I call you Brian? You know why? Because I have a Brian Peterson, and I think in the Academy. And I was like, so I think of Peter, Peterson, Brian. Sorry, Peter. All right. So Peter says, "I have new head. I must 20, 30 impressions with about 1 to, yeah." So you got a ways to go. And here's the thing. Yeah, update your gigs. Your course has helped a lot. Oh, thank you so much. I think that's one part. So you have to understand, the things I mentioned today are things that you can physically, actionably change on your own. What you can't do, you can't control the algorithm. So, don't let that stress you out. You just got to, be able to, you can only, change the things you control. And those are some of the things, like I said, your demos, your headshots, your title, your tags, your description. Those are things you can control and change, and you can update and refresh. That will help you. Neil says, "Dude, Shreveport, Louisiana." Oh, you're going to kill me, Neil. I'm not even going to try, Neil. Just say you're from Louisiana. That's probably, I need to hear it. So let's see. Steven says, "AP, what's up? What's up, Steven?" Neil says, "Was just saying in attendance." I hear you. Listen, you guys, thank you so much for watching today and everything. Please make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and check out Avio's Journey Elite Academy. All right, like I said, we're having some incredible stuff over there. You know, it's for voice actors learning to really, or wanting to really start and grow their voiceover business. And now that we've added Academy Voices, I think we're going to be able to take a holistic approach to not only teaching you, but also bringing you work. So thank you guys so much for watching. Love you all to death. You have a great weekend. Take it easy.